Hello and welcome to November of 1985, and it was another slow month, only 4 books that month. I'm not going to make excuses. I don't know why I only read 4 books, but here they are. The first one in November 1985 is Bearing an Hourglass by Piers Anthony, and this was book 2 of the Incarnations of Immortality series, which essentially was a series of books, each one featuring a different incarnation of things like death, Mother Nature, fate, and in this case, time. Bearing an Hourglass. So, in this one, I had to look it up because I didn't remember too much. But basically, as with the first book, which I must have read before I started keeping this list, a mortal person becomes the incarnation of, again, in this case, time. I do recall in the first book, which was On a Pale Horse, the main character was going to commit suicide. Death shows up before he pulls the trigger, and he freaks out and shoots Death and kills Death, so he has to take over as Death. In this one, the main character is someone talks him into becoming time, and he lives his life backwards. And goes on adventures and deals with Satan and has an affair with the youngest incarnation of Fates and all sorts of other crazy stuff. But it was just a fantasy novel that I don't remember too much about. Had to look it up. Number 2 for November, The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin. Not sure if that's how you say her name. This was a movie that I saw, I believe, on PBS. It was really fascinating, so I had to read the book. And it's, the way I remember it, there's this guy that goes to therapy, and he learns that he has the power to make his dreams reality, I think is what it is. Because I seem to remember he's in the shrink's office, and the shrink has a picture of horses on the wall. And the guy falls asleep and dreams that the horses are running, and they're running in the picture. So I think the psychiatrist is the one that suggests this guy try to make the world a better place through his dreams. So I recall, to get rid of racial strife, he dreams that everyone's the same, and he wakes up and everybody is gray. Again, this is how I remember it. And he dreams that there are aliens on the moon, and aliens show up on the moon. And then the Earth's governments start panicking, so he's told to dream the aliens away from the moon. Well, when he does, they leave the moon by invading Earth, if I remember correctly. And then I don't recall how he fixes things, but it was really an interesting book. I think it's the only thing by Le Guin, whatever it is. I think it's the only thing by her that I've read, but it's pretty cool. And then the next 2, nothing special here. Book number 3 for November 1985 was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom by James Caan, just a novelization of the movie. I was a big fan of Raiders of the Lost Ark, still my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies. Temple of Doom, but wanted to read the novelization, and I did, and that's what it was. Novelization of the movie. What else is there? Now, the last book that I read sounds like a novelization, but it's not. It's Superman, Last Son of Krypton by Elliot S. Maggin. And the copy that I read looks like a novelization. It's got a photo cover of Christopher Reeve from when he played Superman. It's got pictures from the movie in the middle of the book, but it is, well, I was going to say a completely original story, but of course that's not completely true because it's based on the Superman comic books. And it's the story of his life, essentially, from his being a baby on Krypton, crashing on Earth, being raised in Smallville, and becoming Superboy, getting to Metropolis, becoming Superman. I had to look this one up because I didn't remember anything about it. Apparently there's some evil alien is the main bad guy, and Superman has to team up with Lex Luthor to stop the alien. The one thing I do remember is that despite what you will see in a few weeks, the fact that I read another one of this guy's books, I was not thrilled with Elliot Maggin, I don't know how you say it, it's Maggin. I wasn't thrilled with his writing style. I found it a little dry, if I recall. But hey, it was a Superman novel. I was excited to have something like that to read. And that's it. That's all I've got for November 1985. Just 4 books. Next month there's more. So, as usual, if you have any comments, questions, corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers, but I don't remember anything about these books too much, so I don't know what we'd spoil. But we can talk about stuff if you've read any of these. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. And that's it. Until next time, read more books.